Hey, this video is gonna tell you about CallRail Lead Center, what it's all about, how it could, more importantly, make you money, okay? So this is a basic review, if you will, about whether or not you should buy it and whether or not it's worth a damn in the first place. Because obviously, ultimately, most of you guys, in terms of review, you don't want to hear about all the technical babble, all of that stuff. You just want to know if it's going to help you make more money and is it practical and easy to use. So I'm giving you the business owner's version of a review, not a dorky technical review here, which if you want that, you can find it someplace else, which there's not a whole lot of reviews about this program that CallRail has out there anyway, but for that matter, you don't really need to know. This is the key need to know information about it in general. So I'll give you the information whether you should buy it, or not, which most of you guys would benefit from it, honestly, and then why you're going to be able to make more money with it. I'm going to cover that at the end of the video as well. So with that said, I'll get right into the content. In basic, what this software can do for you is basically give you one centralized dashboard to answer, all of your leads from. All your calls coming in from your ad campaigns or wherever you're driving traffic from. Your text messages, which a lot of you guys don't even think about that, which I'll talk about that more later, why you should accept text message leads. You'll make more money if you do. Form leads. Now this costs extra. Whatever the lead center charges, which is at this day it's $50 a month. And so if you're going to do form tracking with lead center, you need an extra $50 a month. And then the chats, like live chat, it also lets you track those. And so what's nice about it is for people that aren't very organized, you become pretty organized. Or the average Joe guy who doesn't have a big company, doesn't have a sales team already, who is starting out, it's great because you could be out there in the field doing your work and you get any one of the leads that come from any one of these sources and you get a ping on your phone saying you got a lead. So you don't need a secretary or anything. You can be your own secretary per se. Now, naturally, that's not a good idea, and you should get out of doing that as quick as possible because obviously when you're working, sometimes you're not going to be able to answer a lead right away because you're in the middle of something you can't stop, and then you're going to lose money on your campaigns as a result. But for the most part, because you have less overhead when you're a single man or woman operation, your campaigns will that'll make up for the fact that you miss a lead or two. And then you just keep reinvesting in your business. Eventually get somebody to answer your leads for you. Somebody who can sell, not a receptionist who just knows how to say, hey, what do you want? That's it, because that's a disaster. But the chat feature, by the way, that the lead center has, this in itself will not let you collect the chat leads you get from other chat programs. It has its own chat feature that CallRail provides the chat system, if you will, that you have to put on your site if you want to have the chat leads import into Lead Center for you, just as a heads up on that. So again, form leads, you can track those, but if you pay an extra $50 a month, you could get form leads. Otherwise, Lead Center doesn't track form leads too, and you got to generally get form leads coming in because there's in a lot of markets, I'll just average it out. About 50% of people want to fill out a form, 50% of people want to call. If you look at all markets as a whole, and if you don't let people fill out a form, you're losing a shit ton of leads, and you might not even be profitable if you don't do that. And then the live chats, a lot of people like to use live chat. 10 or 20% of people want and expect a live chat. They don't get it, you're going to get less leads. And so it's worth certainly start using live chat. And the reason why people don't use live chat is they can't answer the chat. Well, Lead Center makes it so if you get a chat, you right away get a notification. So it doesn't matter if it's a chat or a form or a text, you will answer it all the same way. That's the beauty of Lead Center, if you will. Now, So with all that said, you can download Lead Center, the app that CallRail provides, and then you could just keep that app open all day long at work during your normal business hours, or even 24 hours a day for that matter. And anytime anyone does any one of these individual things, you get a notification, like I was saying, in a centralized dashboard, so that it doesn't matter how they respond, you get a notification in the same place, same way, with the information about where they're from, how they responded, what is their contact information, what is their name if it could pull it, so that you know how to respond intelligently. So this actually serves, if you will, like a stepped down CRM or contact management system, but it does it better, as it gives you an instant notification when somebody comes in on your phone, while these other CRMs don't necessarily do that. Now maybe some of them do, but the fact that you can get somebody to respond to you in any of these ways, and as soon as they respond, you get a notification on your phone instantly, that's big, because the quicker you respond to the leads, the better your ROI on your ad campaigns or whatever you're doing to drive traffic to your site is going to be. And so CRM, meaning, if you don't know what I'm talking about that, it's like Salesforce, Zoho. There's different systems out there that you use to manage all your leads. So even if you talk to somebody, you don't just say, if they don't want what you have, you don't just say, okay, whatever. You put that person into a database, a CRM database system, and then it's there so that person ever calls back. You've got notes on what happened on that previous contact you had with the person, and you're not starting out from scratch again. Furthermore, more importantly, you could follow up the person, because there's a lot of people that'll call, get a quote, and then if you don't follow up with them again, you're not going to make nearly as much money, particularly for stuff that has a bigger decision, has a higher price tag. If you're going to ask somebody to spend $3,000 and expect them as soon as you give them the quote to either say yes or no, and then that's all you're going to do to close that person, you're going to end up with half as much sales or less than if you followed them up until they said yes or no. That's just how it is. Sorry, I mean, a lot of people don't want to do that, but that's the reality of the situation. And when most of your competitors are too lazy to do that kind of follow-up, and you do it, you get way more deals per lead generated. So anyway, so most people that are bigger companies are just going to use a CRM system. And so, but CRM systems might be overkill for somebody that's a smaller operator. And Lead Center is kind of like a simplified version of a CRM, if you will, that also has the added bonus or benefit, like I said before, that it gives you an instant notification when the lead comes in, so you can respond to it right away. Whereas the CRMs, for the most part, don't necessarily do that. You can have with the CRM, like Salesforce, have when somebody calls or fills out the form on your site or whatever, instantly go into your CRM, just like Lead Center does, but it's lacking that instant notification feature that tells you when you got a new lead come in, so you can instantly reply to it, or reply to it as quickly as you can. So anyway, with all that said, now the most important part of this video, as I mentioned, was, will this actually make you more money? Yes, it will. And there's other reasons other than what I'm mentioning here why Lead Center can make you more money in your business and therefore has a return on your investment. But these are the three main things that I could think of to mention to you that are simple to explain as well, why you would want to use it. First of which being here that you could tell people to text you for a quote, as it'll bring in more overall leads than you would have otherwise from the same amount of clicks, same amount of traffic you have coming to your site. So we've had several instances where we've worked with clients. I run a PPC agency where we have had clients, or they came up with the idea themselves of telling people they could text them for a quote. So, because if you don't ask people to text you on your website or landing page or wherever you're sending your traffic to, nobody's going to text, basically speaking. But if you say text us or call us, you'll get more texts. You'll get even more texts if you say text us for a quote, text us for an instant quote. Or even more yet, if you say text a picture of your tattoo, and we'll tell you how much to remove it'll cost, which we've done that in the tattoo removal industry, to give you one example. So, but people don't want to necessarily, business owners don't want to do that because oh, now I got these text messages and I got to worry about responding to a text and I don't want to do it. But if you have Lead Center, it's all in the same place. You get the same notification if you get a call or a text, doesn't matter, or a form lead. You respond to it the same way within the same system. Why not add it? Because just by asking people to text, you're going to get more leads per visit to your site than you would have got otherwise, because there's a certain percentage of people who are going to feel comfortable with texting you, whereas they weren't going to feel comfortable enough. They didn't want what you had enough for whatever reason, because they didn't see it in enough reviews, or the site isn't designed well enough, or whatever, to just call you. But they would be willing to, they were at the minimum threshold to text you, but not call you, if you will. So, and furthermore, a lot of people don't get this concept. I have people all the time that say, oh, I don't want to talk to customers. Put a form on my site. Let them contact us that way. Or, I don't want anybody to fill out the form. Just make them call me. Different people have different means of communication. Of course, you might get 90% of your leads who want to call and 10% who want to fill out a form, to give you an example. But not having that form there, you may only end up with 9 leads instead of 10 for the same amount of clicks at the end of the day, because there's a certain percentage. It may be small, which, by the way, it's like 50-50 on form and phone calls, and if you average out, you know, what it is across all markets, like I said earlier. But you're going to end up losing a certain amount of opportunities not having that other option for the prospect to respond. Different people have different preferred methods of communication with whom they deal with. Some people want to call. Some people would prefer to text. Some people would prefer to live chat. And the more you offer, the more you're going to get, the more leads and more sales you're going to make per unit of traffic that you're driving to your site. That's just the way that it is. And these are the main ways that you can amp up the number of leads you get per visit to your site, by having multiple options for them to respond with, or how to respond to you. So if you're not doing it now and it's appropriate for your market, I absolutely would suggest telling people to text me if you'd like a quote, or text for a response, or whatever. You could try different variations. The text for the quote works the best, by the way, to get the most text. But with Lead Center, given that it allows you to have, when a text comes in, be with your call and your form leads and everything else, it's easy to manage that. Plus, by the way, when somebody texts, like if you're doing Google Ads, somebody clicks on your Google ad, they get to your landing page, and then they text you because you asked them to text you. Not only can you see it in Lead Center and then respond to them directly in Lead Center, which is the other part. You don't have to text them outside the system. It goes into Lead Center, you text them through Lead Center, and then any other replies, they go back and forth, stay inside Lead Center. It's the same thing with the live chat itself, by the way, as well. And of course, if you call them itself, and then they call back, those other phone calls stay in there as well, and so forth. But I get partially lost my train of thought here of what point I was trying to make. So I guess, sorry about that. Basically, bottom line, you just ask people to text, and you're going to get a certain percentage of text and you can manage that conversation within Lead Center. And then also the bigger benefit here, or on top of the benefit of being able to add texting, being able to offer text and then have a way to easily manage it so you can offer it, ending up with more leads. CallRail, if the person you're doing Google Ads and you want to track all your leads coming in from Google Ads, you want to track all your leads coming in from Google Ads, your calls, your texts that you get, your form fills, all of that. Lead Center and with CallRail, they let you determine or show inside your Google Ads account if they texted you itself. Because CallRail, most people think like call tracking inside Google Ads. If you want to tell if somebody called you or not, and then see that inside your ad account, so you can see what keyword they typed in before they called and like what part of the city they were in when they called, so you can optimize your campaigns. If they text you, you'll also be able to see that they texted you inside Google Ads, because you're using Lead Center and because you're using CallRail, just so that you know. In addition as well, using the CallRail to Google Ads integration that they have, it'll show up under your call tracking goal, but if they text you, it'll count it as like a call goal, or a goal that was tied to if that you track whether somebody calls you or not, so that you're not going to miss any tracking data. Because the more tracking data you have, the quicker you're going to get results, the more overall results you're going to get, because the system that Google Ads, as well as these other ad platforms like Facebook, Bing, so on and so forth, get better and better at getting you a return in terms of better ROI and also more profit, because it can scale you more. The more data that it has that you've accumulated inside your ad account for them, that tells them, the exact consumers in your market that reply well to what you offer versus what you don't offer. And you could go further than this. If they call or text you, if they turn into a sale, you can actually have inside Lead Center how much that sale was worth, and then have that imported into your ad accounts on Google, Facebook, and Bing as well, which it gets even better at getting you a return over time, because it could tell, because the cheapest leads are not going to be the best leads. And you're going to be able to tap into leads that are worth 10 times more than other leads in your market that other competitors you're competing with now don't know, that when they type in this specific term, it's 10 times as profitable than the average term, and then you get more clicks to those yourself than other terms. Or, tapping into this audience is 10 times more profitable, or what have you. So anyway, just some other things to consider here. You can ask them to text you, get more leads, make more money that way. You could also make more money with Lead Center by having chats answered by chatbot, or that aren't answered by chatbots, sorry. Because there's a big push by people that make chatbots out there in the live chat space, if you will, where first of all, people don't want to answer live chats. They don't. It takes work. It takes ongoing work. They don't want to hire anybody to answer a live chat. So what they do is they take the bait by these chat companies that have chat bots and say, oh, you don't need to hire anybody to answer a live chat. Just have a chat bot do it. And I'm telling you, that is not going to get you very good results. A live operator is going to work 10 times better than that stupid ass chat bot. Unless you're going to spend mega time, programming that chat bot, which, for that matter, even then, it's still going to be way less superior to having a live operator answering the live chat. So, the fact you don't want to use chat bots anyway. So these other chat programs that let you do live chat on your site with your users, you don't want, even though they say they offer chat bots and it sounds attractive to use their live chat software because they allow you to have a bot answer the chat for you. Chat bots suck, basically. And so if you're going to use live chat to get more leads, given that if you have live chat as an option to respond to you, you're going to get more leads, like I said before, you might as well just use CallRail's live chat, even though it doesn't have a chatbot feature, because using chatbots with live chat sucks anyway. And if you're going to have to pick any live chat, you might as well use the live chat that CallRail provides, because all the live chat leads that come in will come inside your lead center along with all the rest of your leads, and it's all really nice and organized, and you can reply to them right within Lead Center. So if you get a chat, you hear a ding on your phone inside Lead Center, you can reply to them itself. And respectively, going back to the conversion thing, you could send that conversion data back to your ad platform to get your ads to work better over time as well. So, not to say that it's a unique feature in and itself, but it keeps you can track the live chats, and because if you're not doing live chats now and you start doing it, you'll make more money. And then furthermore, having live chat done with CallRail, it keeps it organized, what those chats are, and that when somebody chats with you in the future again, it'll be next to the previous chat you had with them itself, which is nice. Some live chat softwares obviously do that as well, but then also you could track that inside your ad platform, that you got a lead from XYZ keyword or XYZ ad that chatted with you, so that worked, so you could tell the ad systems to do more of that in the future, get me more leads from there. So that's the second way that you can make more money with Lead Center. And then the third and final way to mention here, which there's other ways, like I said, that you're going to make more money with Lead Center, but these are the big ones that I can easily explain. You can answer form leads within 15 minutes. The faster you answer a form lead, the more you can make. But the major thing to do that you need to know with form leads specifically is if you answer the form lead within the first 15 minutes of the person filling it out, you'll end up with 3 times the rate of reaching, what they call contact rates, or the rate in which you can email them or call them back and they respond, than if you were to wait longer at 15 minutes. Because after that 15-minute window, people have moved on to another task, and maybe they answer the phone, maybe they don't. People automatically think that, hey, they fill out the form, they'll be there the next day or whatever to answer it. Of course they want to talk to me. And the reality is there's other people that want to talk to them. The first one who talks to them wins. So, and with Lead Center, you get a chime right when the form lead comes in, so you can whip your phone out and within 1 minute call them, which is, you're going to make tons more money that way than just eventually after work getting to the person who filled out the form, then calling them or whatever. You make literally 3 times as much money from the same exact form leads that are being filled out. And you could actually respond to them within 1 or 2 minutes because you have Lead Center. You got your app open on your phone while you're working, and you can answer it right away. So that's something else a lot of people don't know. Of course, there's ways to use other programs, such as I've talked about on this channel before. When somebody fills out a form, you can have that use software that'll automatically call you and then say that John Smith filled out a form on your site just now. If you want to talk to him, press 1. It'll call John Smith for you, and then you're on the phone with them instantly. So it makes sure you can respond to the form leads right away. But a second best thing, or just as good basically, is having Lead Center open. When a form lead comes in, it alerts you right away. You whip out your phone, you respond to it through the app. And I just want to clarify, it tells you the form lead came in. Lead Center will not let you reply to that form lead exactly through Lead Center. It'll tell you a form lead came in so that you can whip out your email program and another app, then email that person or call them. So in case I misspoke there, I wanted to clarify that. But anyway, that's the 3 major ways that'll make you more profit in your business using the CallRail Lead Center. So with that said, if you have any questions about anything I covered today, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel, usually within a couple days' time. Ask me any PPC related question you'd like. I'd be happy to try to help, actually. If you like my channel, you'll also love my blog at guaranteeppc.com/blog, where I have other fantastic information on how to make money in a guaranteed way on your ad campaigns that you're running or trying to run for your business online. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, as I have tons of other content on this channel about how to make millions of dollars with running ads in your business, given we have to guarantee results for our clients at our ad agency, where we have a few dozen clients that we manage on an ongoing basis, where we're constantly seeing the stuff that works. It doesn't work. I'm the one strategizing all of the client accounts, by the way, and I give you the stuff that's working on this channel. It's better information you're going to get from full-time YouTubers that don't have clients or people that manage a campaign or two. The really best information comes from somebody who just tests stuff all day long, and that's what we're doing here at our agency and what I'm doing with clients directly here on an ongoing basis. And we got to guarantee the results, otherwise we don't get paid. So it's the best information you're going to find on YouTube as well as online, basically. PPC info online is lacking anymore. So anyway, with that said, beyond that, if you have the need to hire somebody that just will get you the results, don't want to do it yourself, can't do it yourself, can't find somebody who knows what they're doing, we guarantee results for our clients here at our agency. We don't work with just anybody, but if you have something that's really good, that looks like can sell well, and it just needs good advertising behind it, reach out to my firm. I'd be happy to look at what you have and take what you have to the next level, or just build you a campaign that can work well. We don't take fees until you get a certain amount of sales lift on your campaign. So with that, you really don't have to pay us anything up front necessarily to work with us if we want to take you on. So, but I'd like to look over your stuff if you think you have something good there. If you're looking for, not an agency, want to manage your own stuff, and we've worked in your industry before, reach out to us and see if we've worked in your industry. Because if we have, we could sell you a setup or templated setup for your campaigns. And that if you are a plumber, we built a plumbing campaign before, gotten really good results in that market. Instead of building it all up for yourself, you can copy and paste the results we got in your market already and skip the years of work we did to really dial in results for that market already. Campaign template and landing page template, and make millions of dollars a year in that market because you've got the winning strategy right from the get-go without having to earn it yourself. So we sell those for like a one-time fee as well. So anyway, if you're interested in that, reach out to my firm. But I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next video where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.